Welcome back, my name's Steve and thank you for joining me today on my photography journey. And I did it, I bought the Z6iii. After renting the Z6iii for a couple of weeks over Christmas, I sent it back and then I realised I was missing it, and I did a bit more research and then eventually I decided to buy it. So I've had it for about 6 weeks now. What I want to do is tell you about it and tell you why I bought it, and then take you into the woods with me as I go and take some photos and videos. So first of all, I'll just tell you a little bit about the Z6iii. Obviously, I'm going to compare it to the Z5, which I've now had for 2.5, 3 years, and the Z30, which I got more recently, but I've still had for quite a while. I use mainly for the video side of things. And then, like I said, we'll go into the woods and I'll show you how I actually use it and what I like about it. So, Z6iii, let's have a look. We have got a cable, a clip, a battery, a strap, and the camera itself. Nice. First thing I notice is this screen on top is different to the Z5. Other than that, it all looks very similar. A couple of function buttons, LCD screen on the back, same button layout. This opens and twists and closes up again. On the bottom, we've got our mounting point and then our battery, and that's the same size as the Z5. In here, 2 card slots, CF Express and SD. What else have we got on this side? We've got our USB-C, HDMI and remote, and then microphone and headphone here. And then we've got normal kind of dials on top, very similar layout to the Z5. This is our little clip thing, and it's actually to help secure our cables on the side, stop them falling out when we're recording video. So there we go. You can still see the ports, and it's basically a small rib cage, just very plasticky and cheap looking. I don't think I'll be using that much. There's our dial and our on-off switch, record, ISO, all the usual bits and pieces. So let's take some pictures. And hello, this is me out in the woods. I am filming this on my Z6iii with my 24-200. It's a really sunny day, but I thought I'd try a bit of this, and I'm out and about in my lunch break, which is why I'm here in less than ideal situations. And let's go and take some pictures. And I've got my Z6iii, I've got my 24-200, and the idea is that I'm on user 1, which is my customized mode for landscape photography, and that means it's set to f9, 1/100th of a second, an ISO of 800, and it's set to take 2 frames a second. I don't like it any faster than that because I end up taking accidentally lots of pictures, which is never good, because that means more pictures, more editing. And what I want to do is just get pictures that I want to take pictures of. And then the other thing I should mention is that I'm filming this from my point of view with my new edition, my Insta360 GO 3S, I think it's called. So I'll give a proper review of that in the future as well, because it's really quite useful. That and the gimbal that I bought recently. I'll talk about both of those soon. So I'm looking for something nice just to start off with. I've never been to these woods before, so it'll be interesting to see what we've got. Let's start off with this little pathway that we've just walked down. So I'm going to frame things up, adjust my zoom because I've got my 24-200. And then the first thing that I'm going to do is just adjust my shutter speed to get my exposure right. I'm going to leave my ISO and my aperture the same. Another good thing about the Z6iii is, let's turn our bracketing off. Another good thing about the Z6iii is the way that you can tilt the screen. So I'm in portrait orientation and I want to see rather than bending all the way down. So I can bend it so that I can actually see what's on the screen. So as I'm here, you can see it's not the most exciting of pictures, but my screen can bend out so I can actually see it quite nicely. Now I have my polarizer on, so let's see what we can do with some reflections here. Is that going to be good or bad, or let's get down low. Again, let's add on our bracketing. It's on, just auto exposure, that's fine. And we're focusing kind of down here. Sometimes a bit hard to see in the sunshine, but if we come up here to my eye, things are a bit easier to see. It's a bit overexposed at the start. We shall see. I like how the Z6iii, similar to the Z5, fits in my hand. It's really comfortable to hold on to. It's not too heavy. It's a good grip, and the viewfinder is nice and bright. The screen on the back is nice. So these are the kind of things that I need to make my life as easy as possible, to be honest. It's one of those things that it just makes taking pictures easier. If you're comfortable with your equipment, if you're familiar with it, I know where the buttons are. I can change the settings that I want quickly. So I can just stroll around, find things I want to take pictures of, and not worry about the settings. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what camera you've got as long as you enjoy using it. So that's my main advice. Get out, take photos, and if you want something new, save up for it, compare it to what you've got previously, and then make the right decision based on where you are at the moment. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you again soon on my photography journey. Bye.